Carolyn Doobie here. What's the play for today? Well, today I'm going to get started playing in my cardboard journal. Now, when I say get started, that's an important part of play for me because sometimes you just need to start. Doesn't matter what you're doing or how long you have, because like for me today, I don't have a ton of time to play, but that doesn't mean I still don't have some time to play. I mean, after all, it's not like I'm renovating a 16th century cathedral today. I'm just grabbing my cardboard journal and I'm going to start messing around with it. I have no obligation to actually finish everything that I start today. I just want to start playing somehow, some way, because that's the most important part for me, is to just start playing. Now, these pages are in my Permission to Play cardboard journal that I made in my free workshop, which you can find over on the blog at acolorfuljourney.com. And this page, the blue one that I'm working on here, was made with a stencil created by Mary Beth Shaw. And what I'm going to do is paint these white lines yellow. Now, the trick about this, the kicker, the challenge, is that I use dylusion spray inks, which means the second it hits the paint, that blue is going to react to the yellow. And when blue and yellow mix, you get green. But what do I want? I want bright yellow. I don't want green. So this is almost like playing a game of Operation, and I just have to stay right on that white line, because the second I go over the edge, then I'm going to pick up some green. Plus two, I will say that maybe I should have used a smaller brush. Oops. Oh well, it's an outstanding opportunity presenting suddenly. And I don't have, how shall we say, the hands of a surgeon, so this may not be the most precise line painting here, but by golly, I am actually going to paint these things. Now, should you ever be in the position of painting lines in a grid like this, I would like to offer you some suggestions, some things that, well, I think about after I run into the problem with it. It's probably better if you follow some kind of pattern working from one side to the other, because you'll notice that I'm kind of going from here to there on this, and what happens is I'm working over wet paint, so there's a good chance that I'm going to drag my hand through the paint if I'm not thinking very carefully about this. So for me, this is deep, intense thought. Yes, this is the stuff that's hard for me to do, because what this means is keeping my hands out of the paint. And my hands are kind of almost like little magnets to paint. They absolutely always seem to end up in the paint. But I am doing my very best here to very carefully stay on these lines. Now at this point, I'm pretty sure my muse is having a good chuckle and laugh with this, because she's got an idea where this is going and I don't. But these precise lines, they aren't going to be here for very long. Well, and if you can't beat them, you join them. And I kept picking up little bits of blue in here as I was painting those lines, so I decided, let's go all in. And I started just painting the yellow right on top of that blue. And you can see where the spray ink was stronger, heavier, the green is much stronger or brighter. So I'm just going to dive in and put a whole bunch of yellow on here and create these greens. And there's a part of my brain, the left side, that is starting to go, you know, this was really awesome before you started doing this. Now that you're doing this, yeah, not so good. Things are starting to go south according to the left side of my brain. And really, that left side of my brain, it's gonna go even farther south, because if it wasn't happy here, oh, it's about to get ugly in my opinion. So I grabbed some heavy body pink paint and I'm starting to add that in places. Now, you might say, oh, this isn't bad. In my head, this was just starting to go ugly. I went from a background that I absolutely loved into a place that, yeah, I got no love for this at this point. And while I'm making it even uglier with some more pink on here, if you've been enjoying this video so far, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos and see what other messes I get myself into, hit that subscribe button. That way you'll know as soon as I have a new video out. And yep, I'm thinking about, should I put it there? And I'm like, you know what? Let's just dump it in there. And guess what? The second I did that, I kind of went, ugh. Right now, I'm kind of at the cringe place. This to me is just really ugly. Now, ugly is definitely in the eye of the beholder, because what one person thinks is ugly, another person might not. But man, once I bring in this orange, you got to admit, this is just getting pretty ugly. Now, there are lots of ways to deal with the uglies, and I talk about some of the ways that I handle them when I'm art journaling in my workshop called Art Journaling Fundamentals. And in one of the threads in there, Phoenix Ewing said to me, she's like, hey, could you show us some more of your ugly stuff? And I had some in the workshop, and I show how I work through that in depth. But here, Phoenix, this one is absolutely ugly to me. I get ugly stuff all the time. But the thing is I don't stop when it's ugly. I'm going to keep going. And this thing, ugh, it's bad. It's totally ugly at this point to me. But it doesn't mean that it's over. It means it just needs another layer on top of it. And so to put something on top of it, I'm going to bring out a gel plate. Now this is one of the gel press plates. This is a 3x5 size, and you can use any size plate with this technique. This size is just really easy for me to grab and use. So what I'm going to do is just put some of that heavy body white paint right there onto the gel press plate, brayer it around, and then I'm just going to make it go thwop right onto the art journal page. I'm going to cover right over some of that ugly stuff. And the good news is you get a special treat in this video. My phone is going to make an appearance as I take pictures. Usually I keep that far enough out of the frame, but this time, well, it just wanted to be seen. So as I lift up the gel press plate here, you can see that that dilution spray ink is already beginning to bleed through. That stuff will bleed through just about anything. And I'm really liking how that bleeding is working with the white and the little bits of yellow paint that I had on there. And yeah, I'm really positive the muse is just chuckling with how careful I was really trying to be when painting those yellow lines. And as long as I've got this stuff out, and I've got the brayer here, and I've got the gel press plate, I just started putting a bunch of white paint over on the other side. But as much as I'm putting over there, I don't want to cover up that big spot of yellow. My yellow might not be showing a whole lot on the other side, but I'm definitely going to hang on to that lemon yellow over on the other page. Well, when I started playing today, I knew I didn't have a ton of time, and I'm okay with that because this project is in process. These pages are not complete yet, nor do they have to be right now. I am completely comfortable with letting a project or page take as long as it needs to take. And speaking of time, I so appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join me for this play. I hope you've had as much fun as I have. Thanks for letting me be a part of your colorful journey.